Y'all, this ain't no regular leak. This is the kind of news that stops your heart mid-beat. Because according to reports that just got leaked from a confidential medical source, something was found in Chrisean Jr.'s bloodstream.
No problem. I do see that. I'm not blind and I'm not dumb. I'm not fixing to play blind or dumb. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to go get my matching helmet with my baby if he need a helmet.
And it ain't just alarming, it's devastating, allegedly. A red flag substance showed up in a routine test ordered during a recent pediatric emergency visit. But here's the twist: it wasn't something natural. This wasn't a health defect. This wasn't hereditary. This was something foreign. Sources say the toxicology screens picked up traces of a substance typically associated with adult-level narcotic exposure. And the worst part? People are now pointing fingers loudly at one person in particular, Chrisean. The internet is spiraling. CPS is allegedly involved. And fans are asking, how could this happen to a baby? We're talking screenshots, doctors speaking anonymously, even a voicemail that someone claims is from a nurse who handled the results. You thought this drama hit rock bottom? Nah, this might be the beginning of Chrisean's worst nightmare. Stay right here, because what you're about to hear next will leave your jaw on the floor. Let's get into it. Let's rewind, because this ain't the first time the world raised eyebrows at how Chrisean Rock's been parenting. Ever since baby Chrisean Jr. was born, the cameras haven't stopped rolling. From the hospital live streams to the viral baby bottle thrown on IG Live, it's been chaos, chaos, and more chaos. But behind the messy clips and the chaotic interviews, there was always one silent truth. People were worried, really worried even. Before this explosive medical leak, fans had been whispering that something wasn't right. She'll be smoking too close to the baby. That boy always looked tired. Who's even with him when she out partying? It all started to build, one story, one live, one reckless post at a time. And while Chrisean constantly clapped back at the haters, calling them broke, jealous, and obsessed, deep down, even her closest friends were getting nervous. Then there's Blueface. Let's be real. The father of her child has been everything but consistent. One week he's begging for custody on Twitter. The next, he's calling Chrisean the most toxic baby mama in the game. But no matter what went down between them, it was always the baby caught in the crossfire. People online began to notice little things. Baby Chrisean Jr. would be in the background of her live streams, sometimes crying, sometimes alone. Other times, viewers pointed out odd behavior, slow speech, sluggish reactions. Some even claimed they saw white powder residue on his blanket in one blurry frame. Of course, Chrisean denied everything. In every interview, she painted herself as the misunderstood mother just trying to do right. She'd cry, she'd scream. She'd say, "Y'all don't know what I've been through." But then came the tipping point. 2 weeks ago, fans noticed she canceled a major interview last minute. Her manager claimed it was due to a family emergency, but the truth? Sources now say Chrisean took Jr. to a private pediatrician, not her usual clinic. Why? Because he reportedly fainted after a coughing fit and wouldn't wake up for 2 minutes. Let that sink in. It's 2 minutes. The same baby who's barely a year old slumped over and unresponsive. And now a bloodstream report that should have stayed confidential is circulating, and everyone wants answers. Was it an accident? Was it neglect? Or is someone in that inner circle hiding something much darker? All we know is once that report leaked, everything changed. Because the thing they found was a substance commonly known by one emoji. And if that's true, if baby Chrisean Jr. has traces of that in his system, this isn't just drama, it's a potential criminal case. But before we break down the actual report and what insiders are saying, you need to understand just how deep this goes. This is bigger than gossip. It's a warning sign the world ignored for way too long now. Now it might be too late, because once the truth started slipping through the cracks, it didn't just stop at the bloodstream. The next twist is even more terrifying. And it involves someone Chrisean trusts with her entire life. It started with a screenshot. One anonymous user username blacked out. Profile picture blurred, posted what looked like a hospital record at first. Fans didn't believe it. Another fake leak. Another cloud chaser. That's what everyone assumed. Until they zoomed in. In the top right corner was a date. July 16, 2025. Just 2 days after Chrisean's emergency pediatrician visit. Below it, in cold. Clinical font. Toxicology results. Infant panel, and right there, bolded in. Red. Traces of benzoylaconine detected. Let us break that down for you. Benzoylaconine is a primary metabolite of cocaine. Which means, yeah, that emoji wasn't just symbolic. They literally found cocaine in Chrisean Jr's bloodstream. The internet went feral. Twitter was first to explode. At RapMomBlog. If this is real, Chrisean going to jail. Period. At Celebtia225. No baby deserves this. That's not real mama energy. That's criminal. But while fans were just starting to panic, Blueface's camp was already plotting. According to an alleged DM leak from one of his inner circle, Blueface had already contacted 2 different family attorneys. And here's where things really started to spiral, because just as people were wrapping their heads around the cocaine results, someone leaked a second page. This time, observed behavioral responses during intake: lethargic movement, delayed blinking, inconsistent pupil response. Too light. All signs of exposure to stimulants. And not the kind that comes from Tylenol or baby formula. People lost it. Instagram blogs reposted the reports. TikTok creators reenacted scenes of Chrisean going wild on live streams with the baby in the background. And YouTube. A mess. Titles like "Exposed Chrisean Rock endangered her baby," "Cocaine in a baby," "CPS, where you at?" But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The pediatrician, yes, the same one who ran the tests, was fired from the clinic just 24 hours after. The report got out. And now, rumors are swirling that the clinic itself tried to cover up the incident to avoid legal heat. According to one anonymous nurse who commented under a viral Shade Room post, "Y'all have no idea how deep this goes. That baby wasn't supposed to be brought there in the first place. She begged for discretion because of who she is. When the test came back, they told us not to write anything down." Now, the question becomes, was this a medical emergency or a full-blown cover-up to protect Chrisean's image? Because let's not forget, Chrisean has millions riding on her brand, from partnerships to club appearances to that rumored Zeus renewal. Everything depends on her public image, and this could end it all. But it gets even darker. Insiders claim that during the visit, Chrisean brought a friend with her, a woman with bright orange braids, no ID, and a thick NY accent described only as very loud and very nervous. One nurse says this mystery woman refused to let Chrisean speak alone to the doctor and even tried to intercept the test results. So who was she? Some believe it's Wendy, Chrisean's long-rumored cousin. Others think it's just a hired caretaker. But one TikTok, Blueface showed up at her house with cameras. Yep, you read that right. Paparazzi footage shows Blueface pulling up in a matte black SUV and banging on the gate at Chrisean's house while yelling, "Let me see my son." Cameras captured it all. TMZ already picked it up. Guess what? He had papers in his hand. Fans believe it's an emergency custody petition. So let's recap real quick. A baby's bloodstream tests positive for the clinic tries to bury it. A mystery woman with possible drug ties was with him. Chrisean is ghost. Blueface is demanding full custody and he's got receipts. And we're not done yet, because what happens next involves a call from Child Protective Services and a recorded phone call that leaked just hours after Blueface's driveway confrontation. What was said on that call? You'll want to brace yourself. The internet had barely caught its breath from the leaked toxicology report when things escalated to a whole other level. Within hours of Blueface's driveway confrontation going viral, fans noticed something chilling. CPS was trending. And not just trending, blowing up across all platforms. Screenshots flooded Twitter and TikTok showing alleged voicemails left by a caseworker named Ms. Lopez on Chrisean's phone. And while Chrisean herself didn't post them, a known Blueface affiliate did. The audio leak dropped at midnight like a bomb. "Hi, Ms. Malone. This is Child Welfare Services returning your urgent inquiry. We've reviewed the initial toxicology panel. Based on the substance identified and the age of the minor, we are proceeding with emergency action." Viewers froze. Emergency action. Those aren't words you toss around lightly. And then it got worse. In the full clip, which was posted, then quickly deleted, you can hear Chrisean in the background. She's screaming into the phone. Not crying. Not defending herself. Screaming, "Y'all not talking my baby. I swear to God. You don't know what y'all doing." I'm the only one he got. It was raw, real, unfiltered, and if this clip is even half authentic, then it's no longer just about a medical report. It's a full-on custody war. But wait, there's more. Because TikTok user at HospitalGate225 took things up another level. They dropped an unseen Instagram live clip from 3 days prior to the hospital visit. And in that clip, Chrisean is dancing in the kitchen. Nothing unusual at first, till the camera pans accidentally, and viewers spotted it. A small plastic bag on the countertop, white powder, beside the baby's bottle. The comments were ruthless. "Why is that near a baby's stuff? Is that what I think it is? Nah, I need CPS in there today." Suddenly, the cocaine leak didn't feel like a random accident. Looked like a pattern. The trail of negligence. But then came the wildest twist yet. A celebrity stepped in. And not just any celeb. Summer Walker. Yep, the same Summer who previously defended Chrisean for being a raw, real mama in a fake world. She posted a long IG story rant. And baby, she didn't hold back. "Y'all so fake woke, it's crazy. Every mom been through something. Don't act like y'all perfect. You need help, not handcuffs." That post alone sparked a firestorm. Some fans praised her for showing compassion. Others accused her of defending child endangerment. It divided the internet immediately. One side, mothers need grace. The other, that baby tested positive for cocaine. And as if the timing wasn't suspicious enough, Carlisa Saffold, Blueface's own mama, jumped into the mess. She posted on Facebook, "I told y'all this was coming. Y'all thought I was hating. I saw it in her eyes the first day. My grandbaby deserves better." Now it was a full family war. To celebrity families, two opposite sides. And the internet couldn't look away. Bloggers began digging up old footage of Chrisean being rough with Jr on livestream. One clip in particular resurfaced where she shouts at him to shut up mid-rant while holding the camera in the context of the new drug results. Yeah, it hit different. Meanwhile, Zeus Network, who famously gave Chrisean her platform, started scrubbing her videos. Episodes that once highlighted her raw parenting were mysteriously pulled. Clips removed. Captions changed. Fans believe the company's distancing themselves before the backlash hits them too. But get this, another leak was waiting in the shadows. A voicemail Chrisean forgot to delete, allegedly from her cousin Wendy. And the message: "Girl, you've got to clean that up. They watchin'. Don't let them see that bag again." Or the foil. Yeah, foil bag. This wasn't speculation anymore. This was a trail of receipts, each one darker than the last dot. And we're not done yet. Because while the public was still debating the truth, a second medical facility came forward. They released a statement of concern anonymously through an insider. It said, "We cannot confirm individual identities, but we urge all parents to use caution with controlled substances around children. Even skin exposure can result in contamination." And just like that, the conversation shifted again. Because now fans weren't just blaming Chrisean. They were asking who else knew. Who was enabling this? Was her team protecting her or protecting themselves? Was the baby ever safe to begin? With, and most of all, where's Chrisean Jr. now? Because, according to a screenshot of a private group chat between family members, one message read, "They already took him. We don't know where. We don't know with who." But that's the cliffhanger that's shaking the internet. One day he was in Chrisean's arms. The next, completely off the grid, and nobody's talking. Not her, not Blueface, not CPS, not even Zeus. But you know what happens next, right? The industry is going to start reacting. And you already know the celebs are going to pick sides. From rappers. It's reality stars. This is about to become a battlefield. Want to know who speaks up first? Want to hear what Blueface's lawyer just said about full custody? If the drama had already gone nuclear before, what happened next was absolute digital. Cardi B, she didn't tag anyone, didn't drop names, but her tweet was clear. Y'all glorify chaos until a baby's involved. Then y'all quiet. Nah, y'all not real. Boom. The tweet racked up over 4 million views in 3 hours. And the comments? Brutal. Fans instantly tied it back to Chrisean. And while Cardi didn't confirm anything, she liked 2 tweets calling Chrisean's parenting reckless. That was enough. On the other side, the game jumped into the convo on Instagram Live. And you already know what he said had the blogs foaming. Y'all act like she the first mom to go through it. I've seen women bounce back from worse. Let her heal, but fans weren't having it. Comments flooded in like, this ain't about healing. The baby is in danger. It's trying to be Blueface's op so bad he forgot the kid. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj hopped on Queen Radio and said, if you can't raise your child right, put the camera down, period. Mic dropped, and just when you thought the chaos couldn't spread any further, Lil Durk posted a cryptic IG story. Free the babies from y'all's internet clout, with a crying emoji. Now, let's talk fan reactions because, baby, they went crazy. Across Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, hashtags were on fire. Hashtag justice for Chris, EANGR. Hash cocaine in the crib. Hash where's GR, hash Chris, EAN exposed, hash CPs. Now, one TikTok clip showing the plastic bag near JR's bottle hit 10 million views in 24 hours. It featured dramatic piano music, slowed down voiceovers, and red circles pointing to these suspicious items. Commenters were shook. That baby needs a voice. This is his cry for help. Can't unsee this. My heart hurts. Why hasn't anyone been arrested? Then came the celebrity blogs. The Shade Room ran 5 back-to-back posts about the leak. Hollywood Unlocked went live with a panel of influencers, psychologists, and even a former child services worker debating Chrisean's fate. And then Tasha K dropped a YouTube video titled, They Found in His Blood and Zeus Knew. Exclusive receipts. It hit 1.3 meters views in under 6 hours. She claimed she spoke with a nurse, who was fired after refusing to cover up the substance listed in the bloodstream panel, according to her. The nurse tried to escalate the case, but was told to stand down. And guess who allegedly made the call? A Zeus Network exec. Yup, allegedly. This drama ain't just about parenting, it's now about a corporate cover up. Then came the fans who used AI software to enhance the audio from Chrisean's leaked voicemail. They isolated her voice and claimed to hear, "Tell them it was just my foil," which sent the rumor mill into overdrive. Podcasters, Twitter Spaces, Clubhouse rooms, every platform became a battlefield. Some defended her. She needs help, not hate. The system always comes for Black mothers. Others went off. She had a baggie by the baby bottle. It's not postpartum depression. That's dangerous. Now, let's talk Zeus. After quietly pulling Chrisean episodes, they finally posted a vague statement. We are aware of the public discussions surrounding recent events. We are conducting our own internal review and remain committed to responsible storytelling. But fans weren't buying it. #boycott Zeus started trending within minutes. Multiple fans shared screenshots of their canceled subscriptions, calling the network predatory, exploitative, and complicit. And then The final blow came from Angela Yee on her podcast. She read an alleged statement from Blueface's team saying, "We will be seeking full custody of our son, effective immediately. We can no longer ignore the mounting concerns about his safety." That's when fans knew it wasn't just social media beef anymore. This is a custody battle, a legal war, a public takedown. And with so many powerful voices involved, the question now becomes, who will speak next? Will Chrisean defend herself? Will she go live and break the silence? Or is she hiding? Because the truth is worse than we imagined. All we know is this story's far from over, because there's one more twist coming. And it involves a secret video no one was supposed to see. A clip that allegedly shows what really happened that night before the hospital visit. It's been described as devastating, unforgivable, and if true, it will change everything. Want to hear what's in it? Just when you thought things couldn't spiral any further, a new video surfaced on this time. It wasn't a rumor, it wasn't a tweet, and it wasn't an anonymous leak. It was a security camera recording, allegedly from inside a luxury Airbnb, rented by Chrisean the night before Jr was rushed to the ER and SON. This video shattered everything. The footage shows Chrisean clearly, under the influence, stumbling around the living room with Jr in a carrier on the floor. Loud music's blasting in the background. And in one chilling moment, she's seen, yelling into her phone while waving what appears to be foil strip and a lighter. She drops it, picks it up, then sits on the couch mere feet away from JR. The video is only 27 seconds long, but it's enough to make your stomach drop. It was shared to X Twitter by a burner account, captioned, "You can't defend this anymore." She put her own baby at risk. And what followed? A social media tsunami. Fans demanding CPS step in, celebs silently unfollowing her. Even Zeus removing every clip of Chrisean Jr from their YouTube playlist. But that wasn't even the final twist. No, Johnny, the real twist. That Airbnb, it's registered to a Zeus network. Producer.yup. You heard that right. This entire private getaway wasn't even booked by Chrisean herself. It was part of a filming setup. And here's the craziest part. One of the crew members, anonymous, whistleblower, sent a voice note to a podcast host saying, "We were told to keep filming no matter what." Even when Jr started crying and Chrisean looked out of it, they said, "The messier it is, the better." That's when the internet went silent. Not out of peace, out of pure horror. Because now, it's not just a story about a struggling mother. It's a story about a network, allegedly exploiting a baby's pain for clout and views. And as that voice note spread like wildfire, people started questioning everything. How long have they been hiding this? Was this all part of a storyline? What else is on camera that we haven't seen yet? Then one final image dropped. A still from that same Airbnb security camera. This time showing someone else in the kitchen, barely in frame. Someone fans believe is a man she wasn't supposed to be with. And guess what's sitting on the kitchen counter? A white napkin, with what looks like a small glass vial beside it. Fans immediately began screaming, "Is this where the came from?" Theories started spinning. Is this person connected to the mysterious test results? Were they supplying her? Or worse, were they filming her downfall on purpose? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing is certain. The footage is real. The baggie in the scene exists. And that baby Chrisean Jr.'s caught in the middle of something darker than any of us imagined. Now the legal pressure is sky-high. Rumors are swirling that the Department of Child Services has now obtained the full 2-hour camera footage. And according to multiple insiders, charges are being considered against Chrisean, against the Zeus crew. Maybe even more as of now. Chrisean has gone silent. No IG lives, no tweets, not even a story. Just a black square posted to her page with the caption, "I need time." And everyone, literally everyone's watching, waiting, bracing, because the next move might be the most devastating yet. So what happens now? Courts step in and remove Jr. for good. Does Chrisean finally speak out? Or is someone else about to leak even more shocking evidence? There's one thing we can say for sure. This isn't over. Not even close. And what's coming next? Night break. The internet for real this time. This entire situation is beyond heartbreaking, but it's also a wake-up call. Let's be honest, when a baby's bloodstream comes back with substances no infant should ever have, when leaked security footage shows a mother spiraling, when an entire network might be involved in profiting off that chaos, you can't stay silent. So now it's your turn to speak up. Drop a comment below and tell us, do you believe Chrisean knew what was happening to her son? Should Zoo's network be held accountable for filming during that?